Hello, my loves. Welcome back to the Soulful 254 podcast, a sacred, cozy corner of the universe where we remember, reclaim, and rise together. I'm your loving host and soul guide, Jay, and today's episode is one of those that will gently crack you open and lovingly pour light into those cracks. So, let me ask you something. Have you ever said yes when every part of you was screaming no? Have you ever ignored your own needs, your own joy just to keep the peace, just to be liked, approved of, or accepted? I see you, I was you, and I'm here to tell you there's another way. Today we're talking about the shoulds, all the invisible rules that say you should be there for everyone, you should say yes, and that you should sacrifice your dreams for others. What if we stop living from should and start living from soul? Let's dive in, beautiful soul. Let's remember who you are. So, I was recently holding space for a beautiful client of mine. She is soft-spoken, kind, so full of love. And she told me a story that struck something deep in me. She said for years she had this habit of putting her brother's needs before her own. Anytime he called, anytime he needed something, she dropped everything. One day she was invited on a nature hike by someone she really liked. Her heart was so full. She even picked out her outfit the night before. But then her brother called. He needed help with something again. And for the first time in her life, she said, "I love you, brother, but I already have plans." And gosh, he got so upset, really upset. But something powerful happened. She realized that no matter how much you give, it will never be enough. That giving from a place of fear or guilt or obligation wasn't love. It was self-abandonment. And when she told me that story, I saw it, the flicker of liberation in her eyes. Because, my love, let's be honest, there's really no joy in betraying your own heart. There's no peace in making yourself small to be accepted. And there's no love in constantly emptying your cup for people who won't fill it back up. See, we live in a world that teaches us to perform, to be the good girl, the nice guy, the always available sister or brother. We are trained to believe that if I just do more, they'll love me. If I give everything, they won't leave. But let me lovingly ask you, my dear, at what cost? Who are you betraying every time you say yes to something that drains you? Let me put it in simple terms, like we're speaking to our inner child, yeah? You're allowed to protect your joy. You're allowed to say no. And you're allowed to choose yourself first. Because love given out of guilt is not love. And saying yes from a point of fear isn't sacred, it's survival. Even in work, in friendships, in love, obligation will always dim your light. And then resentment will quietly pile up like laundry you keep stepping over. But guess what? You get to stop. You get to wash your hands off it. You get to choose freedom. I want to remind us of something so powerful. Friends, our bodies are wise. The body always whispers before it screams. So when you say yes to something your soul says no to, you feel it in your stomach, that tightness in your chest, that heaviness in your steps. Yeah. That's your spirit tugging on your shirt saying, please don't abandon me again. So here's your soul strategy. Before you say yes to anything, pause, check in, ask, is this coming from love or fear? And then let your body speak. Now you know I love sprinkling in wisdom from the masters. One of my absolute favorite teachings comes from Bashar. And he says, Act on your highest excitement to the best of your ability with zero insistence on the outcome. Let that melt into your bones. Imagine if joy was your compass. Imagine if peace was your permission slip. What would your life look like if you only did the things that lit you up inside? This is not irresponsibility, friends. It's radical alignment. And when you align with joy, the whole universe shifts to meet you there. Let's say it together. Joy is not a luxury. Joy is my medicine. You were not born to suffer your way into worthiness. You are already worthy. You were born for love, expression, laughter, expansion, and delight. And when you choose joy, abundance flows, love flows, divine connections flow, your creativity blooms, and your nervous system softens. Joy isn't selfish. Joy is your superpower. So, to my recovering people pleasers, come close, breathe with me. You can love people and still disappoint them. You can honor yourself and still be kind. You can say no and still be a light. Here's a mirror affirmation just for you. I no longer abandon myself to be loved. I am already loved. Place your hand on your heart. Whisper it again and again until your nervous system believes it. Okay, let's get playful. Here are some juicy tools you can try today or any other time. 1, we have the body scan. Before saying yes to anything, ask, where do I feel this in my body? If you feel tight, pause. That is information. 2, we have the hell yes test. If it's not a hell yes, it's a gentle no thank you. And that is just it. 3, we have the soul journal prompt. Every morning, write in your journal, ask, what will bring me joy today? And then just start writing the answers down. Last, we have the sacred mantra, and you can say it with me. Not wanting to is a valid reason. Yes, my love, that alone is enough. Beautiful, elevated soul, thank you for sitting with me in this sacred space today. If this episode touched you, made you think, or helped you reclaim a piece of your joy, let me know. Slide into my DMs, leave a love note on Spotify. Tell me what resonated. What are you saying no to this week? And always remember, you're not here to live for anyone else. You are the author of your story. You're the main character. You're the light, and everyone else is supporting your story. This is your soul story. Write it in joy. Write it in color. Write it in truth. Until next time, with all my love, this is Jay, your soul guide at the Soul School 254.